welcome back to another video. You guys have been asking how do I braid down all my hair and get it under a wig. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm honestly like not the best braider like at all. I don't really know how to do the whole sew in braid down technique. I've watched tons of videos, I've tried different ways, and like the hardest thing for me is to just make sure it's as flat as possible, so it won't, like, you know, really look like a huge hump in the back of my head. Now granted, it can only be so flat, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna show you guys the easiest way that I braid my hair down. Okay, so I have one side done already, so whatever I'm doing to this side, of course I'm gonna do to this side. So just to show you guys what it looks like, I just have this section braided back, of course my anchor braid, and then I left this one out. So I know you guys can tell that these two braids were like, let's say this one I had it braided down, then I took it up and gathered it into this one, and then gathered it up and then brought it into this one. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did that, and then at the end I'm going to show you how I get rid of like this last braid, or not get rid of it, but like kind of have it tucked in there. So the goal is I just want it to be as flat as possible. I don't want too much to be protruding out because we don't want to have that big obvious hump in the back of our heads, you know? So of course I'm going to part and get this anchor braid down. And the cool thing about this is the wig I'm about to show you guys, I actually did sew combs into it, but this anchor braid is good for if you want to actually sew it down, because you're going to need that braid to have it sewn down. And if you have clips in your wigs, it literally just sits in these two braids to help it from sliding back and staying secure. But for this anchor braid, you don't want to have it braided too far back. So what I mean by that is you kind of want it like really close to the hairline. I just feel like that helps with hiding the hair, so it won't be so obvious that you're wearing a wig, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is basically what I do. I just braid it down to about this point. I don't really care to braid it all the way to the very end, because what we're gonna do is add this braid into the very first braid that I'm gonna braid back. So with doing that, I like to do 3 braids going back on each side. So in total, I have 6 braids going back. I honestly probably could have this a lot flatter if I did smaller sections, but anybody got time for that? And I'm literally not about to sit here and do that. One, I just literally just don't have the patience to do all of that. And yeah, I'm telling you, this works for me, so that's what I'm going to do. So okay, I have this out the way. Again, I don't have it parted perfectly at all. You just want to take a section about this big, start braiding back, and as you're braiding this back, we're going to add this braid into this. Okay, so now that I have this braided down, I have this braid added in, I'm going to show you guys how I lift this braid up and braid it into the next one. And that's literally all I do for basically all the braids. So I'm going to section this off to make 2 more. That will make my 3. And like I said, honestly, I probably would advise you to do this on like clean hair if you know you're gonna wear your wigs for a while. I'm probably only gonna wear mine for like 2 or 3 days before I like really go back in and wash and wear my real hair. So this is just what I call the quick fix to a braid down. Okay, so once I have it about braided midway, I'm going to take this braid, grab it in, and literally braid it in. Look how messy this is for me. It's so hard to film and show this, but basically all I'm doing is braiding it in and then continuing to braid that braid down. So now it is attached and up inside this braid. Again, it's not the neatest. I'm not the best braider. The main goal is just to make sure that the back of my head is as flat as possible. So if I do have like a little bubbles or a few strand hairs like that, you can just take a bobby pin and just have that tucked. It's no big deal. Okay, so now I have 2 braids left at the end, and this is how it's looking in the back. Not super neat like I said, but it is pretty darn flat for the amount of hair that I have. So what I'm going to do now is go get some bobby pins and show you guys how I put these 2 braids up. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is take 1 braid, go like that, take this long piece, tuck it under, take a bobby pin and secure it in place. I'm gonna do the same thing to this, just kind of squeeze that in the middle. Tuck it under, take a bobby pin and secure it in place. Gonna take 2 more just to make sure it's super secure. And that is pretty much it for the braiding part. Now I'm going to take this wig net, wig cap net, I don't really know what to call it. So I'm gonna take that, and it is pretty darn big, so what I like to do is just slide it and have it behind the anchor braids, like that. All right, so this is how my wig looks with my hair braided down. Just to show you guys from the side, the back, and some of the length. So yes, this is deep wave, Brazilian deep wave from Upretty Hair. I have a 16-inch closure, I believe, and I know the longest bundle is 18, so let's see. Yes, actually this is a 2018 16, so I made the wig by myself. I do have a video on how I construct my wigs. I make it very, very simple and easy. And just to show you guys up close what I'm working with, I don't do baby hairs from my closure units. I just do like my own baby hairs, and then like it just kind of like blends a little bit, I guess. So I mean, it can only look so natural in my opinion because I don't do the whole glue down method or gel or anything. I like to sew mine down, but in this case I did have the combs. So this is how it's sitting in my hair right now. And to define this, I just took some foamy mousse because I didn't want it to be like so weighed down. Like if I used gel, it would have like that wet look. I wanted it to be very defined and fluffy, and I did use all 3 bundles. So it's very full, very lengthy, and I love it. This hair is very, very soft to the touch. But yeah, this is pretty much it, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Was it easy? Was it helpful? Is this cute? Because I'm digging this look. I also filmed this makeup look, you guys, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye.